before you get the success that you're praying for, before you achieve the dream that you want to achieve, right? There's going to be a season where, in sporting terms, you're on the bench, right? Literally, you're on the bench. Okay, so I'm going to give you an analogy, and this is really how the waiting season kind of goes before you get the blessings or the success, whatever it is that you're working towards. Before you get it, you're gonna go through a waiting season, and I like to look at that waiting season as being on the bench. Um, so before before God blesses you, He benches you. You know what I mean? And just think of any sport, right? My favorite sport is football, soccer, so I'm gonna use soccer. Think of you as a player that you're on a team. Actually, no, let's not. Let's use basketball. Think of you as a basketball player, right? You're on a team. You're one of their better players. You and the coach have a good relationship. This, that, and the third. One game, you're on the bench, and you can't figure out why he's benching you in this game. It's a big game. You can't figure out why you're getting benched, right? Anyways, you can't do anything about it but just sit on the bench and hope that you get in the game or get on the court, right? That coach, God, the universe, life, whatever it is not benching you because you're a bad player. They're benching you so you can kind of just rest in a way, you know. See the game from a different perspective, regain your energy, so that when it's time for you to step into that season, when it's time for you to step back on the court, you're ready. You can perform. You can play well. You can produce. And the waiting season, the benching season, is one of the more difficult seasons that you're gonna have to go through because you can't figure out when is your time to go on the court, right? You can't control that. That's up to the coach. That's up to God. That's up to the universe. But what you can control is your attitude towards it, right? You can control how you warm up. The warm up is the work that you're putting in, right? You can control your attitude while you're on the bench. Your mood throughout that season. So when it's time for you to finally get back in the game, you're ready. You know that you studied, you sat down, you firm the season, firm the bench, understand that it's gonna pass and you're gonna be able to go back on the court and ball out. You know, same thing with life. Sometimes you're gonna go through a season where you're on the bench, you're in isolation, or you're just in a season where nothing's happening, but a lot of things are happening behind the scene, and it's just for you to just rest, control how you warm up, control your attitude while you're on the bench, and look at the game from a different perspective. See what you can do better while you're observing as a sub. See what you can do better, so that when you step back on the court, when you step back into that season where you're breaking through, you can maintain it. You can handle it. You're well rested. You're rejuvenated, and you can produce quality. You know what I mean? So the bench, you're benched, but you're not beaten. You know what I mean? Before you get blessed, you have to get benched, and God is gonna bench you. The universe is gonna bench you, sit you down, so you can realize that sometimes, it's not gonna happen at your pace. You have to slow down, catch your breath, rejuvenate, and understand that this is a season that you just have to endure. You can't do anything about it. Everybody gets benched, but you can only control how you warm up, your attitude towards it, your perspective towards it, and then when it's time for you to get back in the game, keep it. Keep yourself in the team. Maintain it, right? So God is gonna bench you before He blesses you. The universe is gonna bench you before it blesses you, and you have to understand that. You have to be okay with it, and it's about just keep working continuously, um, And just be present while you're on the bench. Be present, rest, warm up well. The warm up is the work that you're putting in on a daily basis, the action that you're taking. The attitude you have on the bench is the attitude you have throughout life. So this analogy can translate to real life. You know what I mean? So if you feel like you're in a season where nothing's happening, where you feel delayed, you feel forgotten, and you're just waiting and you're not hearing anything, you're not seeing anything happen in your life, just stay down. Understand that you're on the bench and be happy with it, because after that is the breakthrough, is the blessings, right? After you get benched, you get blessed. But it's how you go through that season. You can have a bad attitude towards being on the bench. That's only gonna delay you getting back in the game, you getting back in the court. You can warm up poorly. That's only gonna delay you getting back in the game, getting back on the court, right? So it's like you can only control your attitude, how you work, how you observe the game, and your mentality through it all. You know what I mean? So when you get back in the on the court, or into a season where you're winning, it's on you. It's on you to keep it, and that's determined by what you did while you were on the bench. You know what I mean? It's up to you. Understand that this is a season that every great person went through before you. You know, look at look at it from that perspective, and be present. Feel every emotion through it. You can't want to have the success and not embrace the failures. You can't deny that side of life. You can't deny that experience. You have to feel it. Feel it. It doesn't mean you have to, constantly put yourself in negativity, but you have to embrace it. You have to feel it, hold it, sit with it, be present with it, and understand that it's gonna pass. You know, and life is what you make it. So if you're on the bench, your time is coming. This season is gonna pass, and you're gonna be in a season where you're back on the court, you're producing, you're balling, you're winning, you're breaking through. But it's up to you and how you perceive it. How you warm up, your attitude, and you know how you really take being on the bench. And you could either speed it up or delay it, and that's on you. So before you get benched, before you get blessed, you're gonna get benched, and you have to be okay with it. So keep pushing towards your goals. Keep waking up every day and warming up and observing and being present and sitting with everything, feeling everything, and just keep going. Don't quit, and it's gonna pass. And soon from now, you're gonna realize, oh, you're in a season where you've been praying for this success. You're in a season of the success that you want, and it's up to you from that point on to keep it, right? But you have to be on the bench.